Hi everyone. I'm not very good at doing all these recordings, so this is the second one or third one I've tried to put on with this subject. Um, my grandson put the other ones on for me. It's funny, isn't it? Anyway, I've talked about my daughter living opposite. She lives directly opposite, about 20 steps away from me, and have shunned me for years. Never had a row. It's all over religion because I was told I could not have any, keep my friends that were outside of the religion that I had known since my school days. It was either the religion or them. And as you know, by my other recordings, I chose them, so they have to shun me. I've watched my grandchildren grow up through my front room window. They've been married. They've got married, and the younger one, the only boy over there, is getting married. So my son, who's not a Jehovah's Witness, so he told me that my grandson is getting married in the summer. Excuse me a minute. Once again, we have the dog. Anyway, sorry about that. He's getting married in the summer because they did find him a girlfriend that was in another congregation, and so they can't. I presume because they can't chaperone them. They are getting married in the summer. He's not quite 20 yet, or I think he might be just 20. Anyway, sorry about the dog barking. I can see I'm not very good at this type of thing, but I just want to get it out there, and everybody needs to know that it's sad that a religion can control your life. It's very, very sad. Once I first knew about the religion, I thought it was lovely. Oh gosh, yes, why didn't I know this was in the Bible and whatever? And then I realised, no, they control your life. And I've told you in the other video how I come to leave it and whatever. And they did me a favour, actually, and by disfellowship me because I wouldn't give up my friends. My friends mean more to me than they ever will. And if I've got a daughter that treats me like that, after I did everything I could to keep them all, when we didn't have any food, when we were younger, I was 24 and I had 3 children and my brother to bring up. My brother was 10 when Mum died. But anyway, this is not telling you all those stories again. What I am wanting to tell you is when I bumped into a lady, there were 4 of Jehovah's Witnesses outside Marks and Spencer's in the town of Bristol. And I went to walk past. And I thought, no, they don't know they have to shun me. They don't know I was a Jehovah's Witness. So I'm going to ask them a question. So I went up to this lady and I said, excuse me, I wonder if you could tell me why your religion takes away free will. And she said, I don't know what you're talking about, my dear. We don't take anything away, certainly not free will. And I said, well, how come then, if anybody leaves your religion, I said, for whatever reason, you have to shun them, whether it be your daughter, your son, your mother, your father, your aunt, your uncle, or friend, you have to shun them. Never speak to them again. She said, yes, that's right, because they have to realise that Jehovah's good for them and that they have to come back to the religion to be loved. And I said, do you realise, I said, that there are the biggest amount of suicides in young people are those of Jehovah's Witnesses. I said, and many of them are those that have been shunned, and their family will have nothing to do with them. I said they've got nowhere to live. They go out on the street rather than stay in the religion. Their family have thrown them out because they won't have the religion in their life. And she said to me, well, my dear, let me tell you this. My son left the religion a few years back. And she said, we don't speak to him because he has to learn that Jehovah will love him when he comes back and says sorry. And I said to her, well, what if he commits suicide because of your shunning? And she said, and this is such a loving mother. Wow. She said, well, let me tell you, my dear, that's his free will. So you see, we don't take free will away. He can do what he likes. And I suddenly put my hands up and I said, wow, what a loving mother you are. I said, I can't believe what you've just said. That's the most cruelest thing. I said, my goodness. I said, I thought the cruel thing was, I said, when families break up and they don't speak to one another because of their choice not to speak to each other, and they can speak to each other whenever they want again, but you make this a command. I said, it's like, it's terrible, most terrible thing. It's abuse. It's control. We will not have anything more to do with you until you come back. I said, wow. I said, what a loving religion you are. Don't get involved in it. Walk away. If anybody is watching this and are being told, come and join, come and be a Jehovah's Witness, everyone, your life will be saved. Well, the Bible's written by man. And our creators, and we did have creators, because in Genesis anyway, it said, let us make man in our image. And it's like us, we make robots. So are we the robots gods? Because later on in years, robots are going to take over this world, do everything that we couldn't even do. So are we going to be their gods? And will we let them die? Our creator is punished a young girl because he told her not to touch the tree of knowledge. And she was tempted into it by somebody else. So why we were supposed to be their children, his children, why does somebody who loves us put the curse of death on us? Because even if we rowed with our family, we don't put the curse of death on them. But there you are. The Jehovah's Witnesses are telling us, you will die forever if you don't come back to us. How cruel is that? Please, anybody that is thinking of becoming a Jehovah's Witness, stay away from it. Don't let somebody control your life. We, now, ex-Jehovah's Witnesses, we have our freedom. Oh my gosh. Love one another. And we can tell everyone, what that cult put us through. Don't get involved in it. Okay, I'll speak to you again about some other experiences I've had with them. Okay, everyone, take care.